In the Oklahoman newsroom, this is an OU update. I'm Jenny Carlson. Even though the football season is a ways away, the recruiting season is in full swing for the Sooners. They continue to add commitments to their 2017 class, which is looking like one of the best in the country according to recruiting services. Ryan Aber joins us on the phone. And Ryan, let's start with the most recent commitment. It's a punter. You don't usually see many punters and kickers this early on in recruiting classes. Is that a sign that the Sooners are close to being done with the recruiting class, or more of a nod to the young man that has committed?
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, the punter Reeves Munchow, what a great name that is, from New Braunfels, Texas, is generally regarded as the number 3 punter in the country. So he's a very highly sought after kid. Now, you don't see a lot of punters get scholarships right off the bat, but Oklahoma has been willing to do that in the past. We've seen it with Austin Seibert, and the role that they brought him in to be both a punter and a kicker. And I think it's a signal that maybe they're ready to take a little bit of the pressure off Austin Seibert once Munchow gets on campus. If they're hopeful that he can be the punter and maybe Seibert can focus just on his place kicking duties. But it's also a sign that their class is getting close to wrapping up. They've still got several spots open, but this is 15 commits for them. And usually Oklahoma finishes very strong in recruiting, but this year they've started very strong over the first few months here post-signing day in February. You know,
another guy that they got a commitment from over the weekend, a tight end H-back from North Carolina, not a place that they normally recruit from, get many commitments from, but you mentioned that maybe a couple spots left, but Ryan, this is definitely not sort of the norm that Oklahoma would have this many guys committed already. Is this a signal of change in the recruiters who are out there, assistant coaches who are out there recruiting, different philosophy? What do you chalk this all up to, and how many spots do you feel like really are left?
Yeah, it looks like there's about 5 or 6 spots left, depending on what happens with some other things. They're still in play on maybe 1 or 2 of those Baylor guys who are trying to get out of their letters of intent. And we all know that situation is ongoing. But, it's also a difference in the guys that they've got recruiting, and also the success that they're having, I think, translates back into the success that they've had on the field in the last couple of years. These guys see that and are excited about it, and it's a whole lot easier to recruit when you've got that quick success to point to, and it goes really no further than Lincoln Riley to see the fruits of that. We mentioned North Carolina. North Carolina hasn't been a spot where Oklahoma has traditionally recruited very much. They've got out and got a quarterback there a couple of years ago or last year, and now they've got 2 commitments from North Carolina, including the tight end / H-back Jeremiah Hall, 3-star guy who committed over the weekend. And they're bringing him in to hopefully be a replacement for Dimitri Flowers. And it's interesting that they're getting a player like that to replace Flowers when all the questions when Lincoln Riley came in was how in the world are they going to use those type of players in Lincoln Riley's offense. They found a way to do it last year with Flowers, and it looks like they're going to continue to want to use that halfback or H-back, fullback, tight end combo type of guy in Lincoln Riley's offense moving forward.
Yeah, lots left to see what happens with recruiting for that 2017 class. And as always, it'll be interesting to see as signing day approaches. Does anybody decommit, flip, and what does that do to the signing class? But as of right now, looking really good for the Sooners. Ryan said before that looks like maybe around the top 5 in the country for the Oklahoma Sooners. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.